Pleasure to meet you. Hello, Jo. How are you?
Hello, Jo.
Yes, indeed. Hannah, what do you sing?
I like to sing Widmung by Schumann. Shall I say a little something?
Do.
This song was written by Schumann in the year he won the battle to marry his wife-to-be Clara, and it's a total outpouring of romantic love.
Du meine Seele, du mein Herz, du meine Wut und du mein Schmerz, du meine Welt, in der ich lebe, mein Himmel, du, darin ich schwabe, und du mein Grab, in das hinab ich ewig meinen Kummer gab. Du bist die Ruhe, du bist der Frieden, du bist vom Himmel mir beschieden, dass du mich lebst, macht mich mir wert, dein Blick hat mir vor mir verklärt, du gibst mich lebend über mich, mein guter Geist, mein besseres Ich. Du meine Seele, du mein Herz, du meine Wut und du mein Schmerz, du meine Welt, in der ich lebe, mein Himmel, du, darin ich schwebe, mein guter Geist, mein besseres Ich.
Yes, there must be love there. If you finish off with an Ave Maria, you feel that there has to be something genuine. Introduce the song again. What did you say?
It was written in the year that Schumann found out he was able to marry his wife-to-be Clara,
And
and it's a total outpouring. You can tell I've memorised that, can't you? Because I said exactly the same thing. An outpouring of love.
it is all that.
Yeah.
But you know, it was a difficult engagement in order to secure it. And whilst it's a total outpouring of love, I think the song benefits if he's exhausted himself in getting to that point.
Yeah.
And so that by the time we do get there, it's rather than Du meine Seele, du mein Herz, du meine Wonne, oh, du mein Schmerz. If it were Du meine Seele, du mein Herz, if there's a sense of gratitude
Yeah.
of having arrived at that moment, of contentment rather than driven. And the song, I think, benefits from that.
Sure.
So I think it would benefit, Jo, if you took the tempo down just a wee bit. And it just gives you a sense of settlement in a way. And I suppose that's what it is. They've just signed on the dotted line, you know. And I think there's a greater, calmer love within as a result of that.
Yeah.
Let's give that a try.
Du meine Seele, du mein Herz, du meine Wut und du mein Schmerz, du meine Welt, in der ich lebe, mein Himmel, du, darin ich schwabe, und du mein Grab, in das
we stop for a moment? Just, I think even steadier, but more so. If you could, it feels still and it looks a little bit as though it's a grimace for you. If you could, no, I mean that's not a criticism of you. It's just the way that it's coming out at the moment. Well, of course that is you. Sorry about that. But if you could just introduce, there's that wonderful thing that I keep on having to. If someone is either tired or sad about something or content about something, if there's a kind of smile that can come across our faces that just shows sympathy, harmony with life, whatever it might be, and it just warms the situation rather than du meine Wonne, du mein Schmerz. I think there's I think the missing thing is just an ecstatic quality and a stillness.
Yeah.
I mean, if we leave Jo aside for the moment, just go for a little wander with me through this. Du meine oh God, that's high. Du meine Seele, du mein Herz. What I want to do, instinctively what I want to do is du meine Wonne, du mein Schmerz. Du meine Welt, in der ich lebe, mein Himmel, du, darein ich schwebe, oh du meine. So that it has a softer, plangent quality as a result of, Daddy, please let me marry your daughter. No, you're a wastrel musician, like so many in here. We hear the story over and over and over again. And it's that. So when finally we do arrive at it, I think it really is that sense of deeply felt anyhow, deeply felt internalized feeling to it. It's not, I think it can have that ecstatic quality to it, that almost breathless thing of thankfulness and gratitude for having arrived, the moment having arrived. 10 weeks later, they may be in divorce court, but that's a modern version of the piece. So much nicer, Hannah. I think you could still warm it a little bit with a smile.
Am I not smiling?
Well,
I feel like I'm smiling.
Use a mirror. Have a look in a mirror.
Yeah.
Meinen, make a lazy appoggiatura or whatever that is there, little acciaccatura. Meinen, rather than cum, which has a lot of energy in it. Slow it down.
Yeah.
It takes the energy out of it, it takes the fire out of it, and it matches up with what you're trying to do and what the rest of the song is doing. Let's move into the middle section.
Okay.
And I think what happens here, what I'd like you to try to bring out here, if you can, not that what you brought out wasn't good, it's just that absolute life with her and the peace that you imagine and can envisage being there with you. Du bist die Ruhe, du bist der Frieden. We'll have an allotment, grow our vegetables.
Sounds nice.
Du bist die Ruhe, du bist der Frieden. Du bist vom Himmel.
I'd love you to feel more of a line through this, really like a cello.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've mentioned the cello this afternoon. Usually it's, worn out by now, but anyhow. Really long line. Line, right the way through this.
Ist die Ruhe, du bist der
can we go back over it again? When you get to the turn,
Yeah.
be instrumental, be less pedantically singer-like, and be an instrumentalist, so that when you do get there, I mean, it needs liaison here. It always needs liaison here because he's a collaborative artist. Aren't you? Yes, you are. So that when you make that, give yourself time to do it. Don't feel that the bar is there. Yeah, I must get it in there. Give the turn time.
Yeah.
Du bist die Ruhe, du bist der Frieden, du bist vom Himmel mir beschieden, dass du mich liebst. And I think Schumann writes so many of those turns, and he obviously relishes them. And I don't think, I feel that we shouldn't throw them away.
Yeah.
You should really feel the body going through them, you know? So that we hear the notes. It's following a track somehow, rather than it just being a fast turn of vague notes that goes by before you get absolutely rigidly onto the first beat of the bar that follows.
Okay.
Just stretch it.
Okay.
Du bist die
Du bist die Ruhe, du bist der Frieden, du bist vom Himmel mir beschieden, dass du mich liebst, macht mich verwehrt, dein Blick hat mir vor mir verkehrt, du hilfst mich
You did exactly right. Joe, just accommodate over that bar line, would you please? More, thank you, collaborate. Sorry. But it just, du hebst mich, liebe mich, mein Guter. And then what comes after that? What are you going to say? Mein guter Geist, mein besseres Ich. These words, I think, are so carefully chosen. How can I best describe you? Mein guter Geist, mein besseres Ich. Du meine Seele. And then that, having said all of that, it informs the return of A, if you like, and warms it just that much more from the first time around. Or whichever way you want to go with it.
Yeah.
Intensifies it.
Yeah.
Sing Du bist die Ruhe.
Sing it.
Yeah, just let me hear that.
Du bist die
Can you take some of the pressure off what you sing? Du. It's coming out du, and I think you're tightening it somehow.
Yeah.
Do, so that the oo sound doesn't have to go into a tight position there. Do, it can just make it slightly more horizontal.
Yeah.
Think of the mouth more open in that plane rather than entirely either there or tight.
Okay.
Do, oo sound is always difficult. Do, bist die, do bist die. So it's a variation of all kinds of combinations.
Yeah. Okay.
Du bist die Ruhe, du bist der Frieden, du bist vom Himmel mir beschieden, dass du mich liebst, macht mich verwehrt, dein Blick hat mich vor mir verkehrt, du hilfst
so much. That's lovely. Can you just take it from Du, meine Welt, in der ich lebe, mein Himmel, du, da rein ich schwebe, mein guter Geist. Don't now try to avoid pressing this next one.
Yeah.
Mein besseres Ich. Otherwise, it really does come out like German sausage. You know, too forced. It's too forced. I like German sausage, but not on that particular occasion.
No.
Du meine Welt.
Du meine Welt
That's the one.
Am I
In
right?
der ich lebe.
Mein Himmel. Sorry.
Yep.
Du meine Welt, in der ich lebe, mein Himmel, du, darein ich schwebe, mein guter Geist, mein besseres Ich.
I have a question.
Yeah. Let me say what I need to say
Go on.
first. Mein besseres Ich. Rather, mein besseres Ich. If you put, if that we get into there, it gives it a brighter sound, and without it pinging or doing anything, and without you having to do any pushing of the voice at all, I think it gives it the quality that it really needs at that moment. What were you going to say?
That's the answer.
Right. Mein besser, and then we have the brightness.
Okay.
And that's not, that's not, yours is mein besseres Ich, whereas it's mein besseres Ich, which just has that smile quality in it.
Yeah.
Gets into the cheeks. Chubby cheeks. Du meine Welt?
Du meine Welt, in der ich lebe, mein Himmel, du, darein ich schwebe, mein guter Geist, mein besseres Ich.
Yes, that's better. Have you ever seen the Batman films?
Yes.
You know Jack Nicholson as the Joker?
Yes.
With that great big mouth that goes there.
Yeah.
Try it.
Really?
Don't do that, but it's a model to try
Yeah.
to imitate. But I mean, it's that kind of shape. Thinking of that anyhow.
Okay.
Yeah. Mein Besser, and it just brightens the whole thing without it having any kind of force through it.
Mm-hmm.
Will that do? Will that do? I gather I know your dad.
You do. Yeah.
Your mum as well.
Yes.
Well done. Thanks. Oh my God! How did you realize that? All right, wonderful.